Hello everyone, my name is Anthony Novellino and welcome back to Digital Reviews. Today we're doing a review of the HP Pavilion 360. Before we begin, please remember to like and subscribe. If you have any questions, please leave them down below in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them for you. So starting off with the basic specs, this laptop has a 15.6 inch screen and it is touchscreen enabled, 16 gigabytes of memory, 8 gigs of RAM. It has a 720p HP camera with integrated microphone, and it also has built-in Bluetooth capabilities. In the box, you get, of course, the laptop itself, you get a stylus pen, and of course the charger. What really sets apart this laptop from the other laptops on the market is its convertible aspect. As you can see here, it can open up like so, flip around, just like that. So, without further ado, let's get into an in-depth look at this thing. So when it comes to the visual design of this laptop, I gotta say, me personally, I absolutely love it. The visual design is one of the things that drew me to this laptop originally over the other laptops in this price range. I love the silver color, I love how thin it is, it's just really, really nice looking, specifically the HP logo in the center. Flipping around to the back, you can see that the speakers are actually on the underside. This works well when it's in tablet mode, but for a regular laptop mode, I usually typically prefer the speakers to be on the top, but that's a very mild complaint with all things considering. Okay, so on the left side of the device, we have a HDMI port, a USB Type-C port, and a 3.5mm headphone jack. On the right side, we have the port where you charge the device from, 2 USB ports, and a micro SD card reader. So as far as features go on this laptop, the first and most prominent one that we have to talk about is the design of the hinges. The design of the hinges allow the laptop screen to be opened up 360 degrees, giving it its name. As you can see in the footage shown, the screen could open up normally like your typical laptop. It can open up backwards, giving it like a kind of stand-like appearance, which I personally find great for like watching videos and even playing games if using a controller. You could put it completely down into tablet mode, which is also very useful, specifically for reading. And finally, you could put it up, and I like to call it a pyramid shape. To me, this is the shape that's the least useful and that I find personally to use the least often, but it's still nice to be able to display the screen in so many different ways. The nice part about this is when you do flip the laptop into other modes, the keyboard does automatically shut off, so you don't have to worry about accidentally pressing keys on your keyboard while it's sitting on your lap. In my personal opinion, the trackpad on this laptop is not the best. To me, it's a little too touchy. Like sometimes I notice when I'm working on a Word document, I'll accidentally highlight things that I wasn't trying to do, or if I'm working on editing an audio clip, it'll sometimes move things over. But it's a mild complaint. It's not terrible. I just wish it was a little less sensitive. In terms of the keyboard, I actually really enjoy the keyboard on this laptop. I think the buttons feel very easy and natural to press. I think they're a good size. And I also think it has every key that you're possibly going to need. My specific version, I was able to customize it to give it a backlit keyboard as well. It has 2 modes. You could set it just on full brightness or like a dim light. And I think it really lights up the room. You could see everything you need to. It was definitely worth the extra money in my opinion. As I mentioned earlier, this device does have touchscreen. There's nothing special about this device, it works just like any phone or tablet would, but since the trackpad isn't great, it's really nice that it does have touchscreen because it gives you a secondary option. Of course, you could always plug in a wireless mouse, but it is nice, on the go, you don't always have the mouse with you, so it's really cool to have that feature. For those of you who are worried that this laptop won't be able to handle major programs that you may need for school or work, I'm here to tell you that you have nothing to worry about. Based on my experience so far, this laptop has been able to run ginormous programs such as Adobe Premiere and Adobe Illustrator with no problem at all. So based on my experience so far, in terms of gaming, this laptop isn't the greatest for that. like you could tell, is definitely not built for gaming. However, it is more than capable of handling the most basic games. As long as you're not a very hardcore gamer, I think this is going to do the job for you. I mean, as you can see here, I've been playing Fortnite on it, and it's running fine. So if you're just an average gamer, I think you're going to be just fine and be very happy with this laptop. As I mentioned in the beginning of this video, this laptop actually comes with a pen. The pen is really cool, really unique, and something I wasn't expecting to have this much fun with. As you can see here, I'm messing around, drawing with it on the whiteboard. It's a lot of fun. And it also could be very useful. Although so far, based on my personal experience, I'm not in love with it in terms of Photoshop work and Illustrator work. It is an interesting way to apply those tools. I just think the pen is a little too touchy, where if you just move it a little bit too much, it just messes up your work, and it's just not for me, but I can understand why people would enjoy that. The pen itself has two buttons, one on the top and one on the bottom. The top button is to erase things, and the bottom button acts as a right click. The laptop also includes batteries for the pen, as well as an extra tip. So as you can see, I happen to really like this laptop. Even though I've only had it for a short time, I can say without a shadow of a doubt that it's the best computer I have ever owned. I feel this laptop works pretty much well for anything you're going to be doing. I can't recommend it enough. Even though it's not the cheapest laptop on the market, it's definitely worth the price for all the features it has. I feel it's very fairly priced for the amount of features that it does do. I mean, compare this to something like the newest MacBook, which doesn't have as many features, and it's triple the price. I highly recommend this laptop. If you haven't picked it up, please do. I'll leave a description down below so you can find out how to get yours. And I hope you enjoyed this review. As always, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I think that's about it. Thank you very much, and enjoy your day.